Welcome back to Design Time. I'm here at Tri-City Furniture in Auburn with our friend Kathy Kilborn. Before we get started though, grab your phone and scan the QR code on your screen to learn more about today's topic. We are talking about Murphy beds. Kathy, what is this?
Well, Murphy bed is usually thought of as a bed that folds to the wall and then comes down.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what people have in mind when you hear Murphy bed.
But this is a little different, right?
Little different, yes.
This is the Murphy cabinet.
Yes. So what has happened was, and it was back when the guy's name was William Lawrence Murphy.
Okay.
And in the late 1800s, he was having a love story with a young opera singer, but he lived in a studio, which is much like this room. He had the living room sofa and he had his bed, but it wasn't right for, in that day, to bring a lady into a bedroom.
Yeah.
Things have changed. So anyway, he tried to figure out how could he make his apartment, his studio, accommodate both. And so he thought, well, if I got rid of the bed, then she could come to his studio.
Okay.
And so what he did was figure out how to put his bed inside of a cabinet, hook it to a wall. Now keep in mind, mattresses are big and they're heavy, and so he had to figure out with pistons and locking it to the wall so it didn't fall down, so that the bed would be gone, and then when he needed it, he could fold it down. And so therefore what happened was she was able to come, and later on,
surprise,
they did get married. Well, they did get married.
Okay.
So it was kind of a nice story, but because he invented it, we call it a Murphy bed.
Interesting little piece of history. I never knew that. Wouldn't have thought that's how it started. And
yeah.
Are these beds still pretty popular?
No.
No. They faded.
Yeah, so at that time, you know, it was used a lot because a lot of people had smaller apartments. And it's still around today, but there are other options because Murphy beds, with the size of mattresses, the weight of mattresses, you have to buy one really good because they're big and they're heavy. And so it's important how that unit is put together, hooked to the wall, and the price was up there because there was a lot of wood. So we have some other options today.
In this case, it's stowed away. Why don't we show people how it works?
So yes, so now we have a cabinet. So it can be longer because of the mattress, and it can be a great TV stand because TVs are so big today. But inside, we're going to have a bed. And so really easy. And so you can just easily open it. And the nice part about this is that you could actually have it all made, so if you wanted to have someone come over, they can easily, I should have put bedding on it, but I didn't.
I get the idea.
Add a pillow, and you have a bed. And it's right where you need it in your room, and it can easily fold up. The thing about Murphy beds is that you want to have the accessibility, but keep in mind how big it is. So you can't have other furniture in the way. That bed has got to be able to be opened and then put away, not have to rearrange your whole room.
I like what you said about studio apartments, though. These could really come in handy there. Are there newer varieties like this that work a little easier?
Yeah, there's several different kinds, different woods, different designs, different mattresses, but generally we're going to fold the bed rather than lean it up against the wall. These are less expensive because there's not as much wood, but they're much, much safer because of the ease of opening them. And so there's the give and take. There's the regular Murphy bed, but these have started to take over as that spare room extra bed.
Definitely great for a guest room too.
Yep.
And you've said that the vertical Murphy beds and the Murphy cabinet styles like this, they come in different woods as well as styles. Why are the cabinets a little cheaper though?
Well, just because of the amount of size and how they have to hook to the wall. These are less wood and they're movable, which is really a great benefit. I mean, if you put a Murphy bed into your house, it pretty much stays there. You don't move it around, and it's not as easy to put down and put up because, again, beds are big, and depending on what size you're doing, that might be easier or more difficult. So the cabinet has really become the important piece today.
Well, this is so interesting. I'm glad we got to check this out today. And lots of interesting history behind it too, Kathy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so a lot of this furniture came out of need. And so it was built and we still see it, but what they've learned to do is make it better. And that's really, to me, what a Murphy cabinet does. And you don't have to put a sofa sleeper into your room, which sometimes is not as comfortable. This allows you to have it as a bed, but your sofa can be your sofa. So great options today.
Well, thank you, Kathy. This has been your introduction into the Murphy bed. Thanks for tuning in to Design Time. You can always find more episodes on our website as well. Just visit WNEM.com.